As an epilogue to the shir, since tomorrow, Bezras Hashem, I will be operated on my cataract. And it was, I thought that this week's Parsha, there's a very interesting hallachic discussion that existed in the beginning of the Jewish state when there were new hospitals and Jewish hospitals existing. There was a very interesting shiloh. In this week's Parsha, we have Thomas Shom Miriam, that actually we learn from here that mess is also banor. So there is a Isra Nur on a mess, and we learn it from Shom, from I think Eglaruf, and Eglaruf we learn from Kochim, that like Kochim is also banor, is Eglaruf is also banor, and Eglaruf is banor, therefore also Thomas Shom Miriam is a mess, is also banor. And so you're not allowed to have a nur from a mess. And of course, somebody asks, how can you have a nur from a mess? Well, you can use a mess as a weight, or you want to sleep, you want to have a cushion, and meanwhile you're using the mess as a cushion. These are also banor, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to sell the body, whatever it is. But there is a practical halachic issue which exists in particular transplantations, because of course a pure transplantation you're not allowed to do, because when you want to transplant a liver or whatever it is, another limb, you cannot do it after the person has died. So you need to do it while the person is still alive. In other words, you have to kill the person in order to do the transplantation. That's tzricha, you're not allowed to do that. But there are certain parts of the guf that a person can be taken out. It can be taken out after he dies. And this is some parts of the eye. I don't know which part of it, whether it is the cataract, the lens, or the iris. I don't know what part, but there are parts that still are okay to be taken out even after the person passed away. And so there was a hallachic shaila, if you're allowed to take out from a mess in order to give it to somebody that we cannot see, and he needs a transplant of an eye. And so Rav Herzog was busy with that, and he paskened that it's mutter. And this is a very nice shaila, because on the one hand, the mess is also banor. On the other hand, and it's mamish a mess, it's already, the person died. On the other hand, what do you do here? You can give life, you can give sight to this person that doesn't have it. And so he passing that you're allowed to. And he says, and his svora, it's a very interesting svora, he says that mess is also banor. But if I take out the eye and I put it back into the eye of the person that is alive, it's not a mess anymore. So that part is alive. It's living. It's part of a living being, and so therefore it's as if it is Tchilas HaMesim, basically. It's as if you are a mess and then you have Tchilas HaMesim, and so it's not dead. You are reviving it, and it's part of a living animal and not of a dead person. And so that was his chiddush in order to be matter. It's a very nice for. I think the Reb Shlomo Zalman, as much as I remember, Reb Shlomo Zalman did not enjoy this. They don't agree very much with that svora. And I guess that the hakira here is, that's how I explained it, is it that you're not allowed to have a nur from a dead person, from his body, the body of a dead person, or are you not allowed to have a nur from a dead body? If it is from a dead body, then the body parts that are becoming alive again should be mutter. If it is from a dead person, not allowed to have a nur from a dead person, then this person died, and so everything that is belonging to that person from his body is also banor. And so basically this is probably the hakira of what means that the mess is also banor. I just wanted to mention it. It's very interesting because, again, this is only shaykh for parts of the body that is still usable after death. Because most of the bodies that we transplantations have to be done while the person is still alive. Otherwise, once the person dies, it's over. You can't use it anymore. Biologically, it becomes unusable for doing transplantations. May we take a zoiche to the Gule Shlema. May hopefully that may Hashem give me Refu Shlema, that the operation should be successful, and may we be zoiche to Gule Shlema.